To sun and blue skies this afternoon, but the impact from those storms is still being felt this evening. We'll show you how. Plus, Veterans Day is right around the corner, and events and services honoring the brave men and women who have defended freedom here at home and abroad begin this weekend. And a San Angelo tradition that has been on a bit of a hiatus has finally made its triumphant return, albeit with a bit of a twist. The story coming up. Fox West Texas Live at 9 starts now. Good evening and thanks for joining us, and happy Friday. I'm Bert Saint-Pierre. We'll get to those stories in just a moment, but first, a quick look at what else we have on tap tonight. We've got an update to pass along your way about the San Angelo Animal Services officer who was attacked by two large dogs earlier this week. We'll have the latest on what officials have to say. November is National Adoption Month, and today is a day of celebration for nearly a dozen families who call West Texas home. We'll explain. And if tamales are your thing, then boy, oh boy, do we have an event for you. The third annual Tamale Fest returns to San Angelo this weekend. We'll pass along all the information you need to know. We begin tonight with a check of the weather. The severe storms that hovered over West Texas last night and early this morning have moved away from our area. So let's go ahead and take a quick look outside this evening. That's a live look at historic downtown San Angelo from our Sky Tracker cam. Sorry about the hesitation there for a moment, folks, but we were just deciding which Sky Tracker to give you a look at. As you can see, downtown San Angelo doesn't look too busy at the moment. However, it's a far change from 24 hours ago when we were seeing torrential downpours on this very shot. Turning our attention to some top news of the evening, we have an update about the heavy police presence that was seen just west of downtown San Angelo last night. According to investigators, officers responded to the 2800 block of West Beauregard after receiving reports of a stabbing at a home. When first responders arrived on the scene, they immediately began their investigation into the incident. The SAPD Criminal Investigation Division was called out to help with investigative efforts. One person was arrested on an outstanding warrant unrelated to the stabbing. This investigation is continuing tonight, and we'll pass along any more information as it comes in to the newsroom. Some good news to pass along your way, and it involves the San Angelo Animal Services officer who was involved in a vicious dog attack earlier in the week. Earlier today, city officials announced the officer is now in stable condition. The officer is still in Lubbock tonight as he recovers from his injuries. The city says there isn't a timeline for when he's expected to be released from the hospital. The investigation into the attack by two large dogs is still under investigation. We'll be sure to pass along any updates as we learn more. As you all know, heavy rain swept across West Texas late last night and early this morning, leaving many roads impassable. For the most part, flood water has receded in San Angelo, so roads should be clear tonight. But officials are continuing to urge drivers to use caution. The National Weather Service issued flash flood warnings for the city last night and earlier today. The most recent alert was a flood watch. It expired at 3 this afternoon. The heavy downpours caused some severe damage to the garage area of the former Standard Times building on West Harris Avenue. Demolition crews were on site this afternoon preparing to tear down the garage. Atmos Energy was also out there. The building is now owned by the city of San Angelo. This afternoon, city officials could be seen surveying the damage. The drone team with the San Angelo Police Department also helped with inspecting the damage. San Angelo, like many cities and towns across West Texas, is not immune to seeing roadways blocked by rushing storm surge, and this most recent storm certainly left its mark. Water could be seen rushing across South Irving Street next to the Bosque, a site not unique to the residents of San Angelo. The low water crossing at the intersection of North River Drive and Park Drive is another area of concern when heavy rains move through the area. Throughout the night and morning, water pooled on a plethora of roadways across the city. San Angelo was far from the only town feeling the impacts of the storms. Ballinger was also hit hard by the torrential downpours. Gore Park is closed because of the flooding. Trees and park equipment were submerged in water that appeared to have risen to a height of at least 2 feet. Keep in mind that, according to the National Weather Service, just 6 inches of moving water can knock a person off their feet, 1 foot can carry a car away, and 2 feet can pick up a truck or SUV. Over half of flood-related deaths are due to someone walking or driving into flood waters. The flood advisory in Ballinger lasted until 10:30 this morning. However, it will likely take some time for the floodwaters to recede. Just moments ago, we told you about some low water crossings in San Angelo. In Abilene, we've got a list of some roads you might want to avoid during severe weather. Roads that have seen flooding during significant rain events include Treadway, Cedar Street, Cat Claw Drive, Hartford Street, and Buttonwillow Parkway. But that's far from all there is. The city of Abilene has identified 46 problem areas that need drainage improvement. However, the municipal government can only tackle so many at a time. As part of your plan for navigating severe weather, you may want to mark out your work commute, nearest emergency room, and other necessary locations. Also, make sure you know of an alternate way in case your normal way of traveling is blocked off. Back in San Angelo, businesses and homes were not the only places affected by the storms. Local city parks were also damaged by the winds and rain. City officials announced that 3 parks in the city will be closed until further notice. Rio Concho Community Park Playground at Texas Bank Sports Complex, the Bell Street Park, and the swing area at Kids Kingdom Park by the Concho River are all closed. Park crews need some time to repair erosion that was caused by the heavy rains. Veterans Day is this coming Monday, and if you and the family want to honor the brave men and women who have served our great nation, here's a suggestion. This Saturday is the Abilene Freedom Parade. It kicks off at 11 a.m. at the intersection of North First Street and Walnut. The Abilene Freedom Foundation is giving away cash prizes for the best in the parade, ranging from floats to buggies and wagons to antique vehicles and tractors. The best in each category will receive a $1,000 prize. The winners will be announced at 2 p.m. at the Ice House. In addition to the parade, there will also be a car show, which gets underway at 9 a.m. All proceeds will benefit veterans charities and Dias Home for the holidays. Speaking of Abilene, there are several closures on Veterans Day that you're going to want to know about. Most city offices will be closed, including City Hall, the recreation centers, the municipal court, and the libraries. Trash service will not be impacted. The Abilene Zoo will remain open, as will CityLink. In San Angelo, the Friends of Fairmount Cemetery are getting ready to honor service members, and they need your help to do so. This Sunday, the Friends and volunteers will place more than 1,800 flags on veterans' grave sites from every American war, dating back to those who served in the Texas War of Independence. 57 acres need to be covered, so your help is greatly needed. Flags will start to be placed at 2 p.m. Now to some Veterans Day closures in San Angelo. Most city offices will be closed, including City Hall and the City Hall Annex, the Station 618 and Santa Fe Crossing Senior Centers, Southside and Carl Ray Johnson Recreation Centers, the Municipal Court, and the San Angelo Animal Shelter will also be closed. But Fort Concho, including the Barracks 1 Visitor Center, will be open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for self-guided tours. Veterans and their families will receive free admission. The city's annual Veterans Day ceremony will take place at 11 a.m. at Fairmount Cemetery on Monday. Turning to some other news, November is National Adoption Month, and there are adoption events all over Texas spotlighting the importance of adoption. And the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services celebrated by marking the adoptions for 9 families official earlier today at the Cactus Hotel. Last year, over 4,000 children were adopted from DFPS Care, but thousands more are still waiting to find families. The Mini Miss Wool pageant in San Angelo made its triumphant return earlier this evening, and one of the young contestants is most definitely ready to go. Ethan Purcell reports.
Tonight, from San Angelo, Texas, the Wool Growers of America present the Miss Wool of America competition.
After an over 50-year hiatus, this tradition is returning to San Angelo. although, according to one of the event's organizers, with a little twist.
I say little, definitely. So we decided to host the mini Miss Wool pageant.
Ramos says while this version of the pageant won't be televised or feature celebrity guests, downtown San Angelo wants to honor the history of demonstrating the wool and mohair industry the city was built on.
We wanted to bring about a little bit of history, but also have something for families to come and be a part of.
The contest will consist of 2 age groups, 6 to 8 and 9 to 11, with 10 contestants in total. And while there's no prize of traveling the U.S., showing off wool and mohair fashion, that hasn't stopped one first-timer from preparing for weeks, even having a pageant lesson.
There's this lady, her name's Morgan. She helped me and my best friend Morgan show us how to walk and things.
Sadie says she is very excited, and that excitement grows with the fact that she has some history with the pageant.
I am the 5th generation of Sadie Puckett, and I am the 7th of Sheep Rancher.
Sadie's great-great-grandmother was a big part of organizing the Miss Wool pageant in 1960, and the young lady says she can't wait to carry on the family legacy.
I am very proud of the tradition of sheep ranching and of Sadie Puckett.
Wool is something Sadie knows a lot about, as she spends a lot of time herding sheep on the family ranch. But woolly friends and tradition aside, Sadie says she's looking forward to one thing the most.
That I get the crown.
The Mini Miss Wool pageant will kick off Friday, November 8th with a reception, followed by the pageant Saturday, November 9th, right here at the Stevens Performing Arts Center. For more info, visit downtownsanangelo.com or our website, foxwtx.com. In downtown San Angelo, Ethan Purcell, Fox West Texas.
If you love tamales, and who are we kidding, who doesn't love tamales, bring your appetite to downtown San Angelo tomorrow for the 3rd annual Tamale Fest. The festival has gotten bigger every year since its inception, and this year they're blocking off a section of Tewig Street to accommodate.
So the event's going to start at 11. Our booths are going to be ready at 11. The parade, the Veterans Parade, is going to wrap around us at the same time. The music and the other dynamics are not going to happen until 12 after the parade is over. And then we'll take off to the races with events geared up on stage all the way up to 6 p.m.
There will be music, kids activities, a tamale eating contest, and of course, a huge variety of tamales will be featured all day at the Pop Art Museum. If you're looking for some more family fun this weekend, here's a couple of suggestions. In the Key City, Abilene's Christmas in November event runs from tonight through Sunday afternoon at the Taylor County Expo Center. And in the Concho Valley, Anime San Angelo began this afternoon and lasts through 5 p.m. on Sunday. It's being held at the McNeese Convention Center. For a complete look at our weekend calendar and to learn more about all the stories you've seen so far tonight, head on over to our website, foxwtx.com. Still to come here at 9, the sun was out in full force this afternoon. Will it stick around for the weekend? Meteorologist Chris Nation will break down his full forecast on the other side of the break.
Welcome back. Start you off again with the radar. Notice, we talked about this earlier in First Weather. Storms quickly pulling away off towards Dallas. Those are even already past Dallas this evening. And the main event is the core itself, already gone. It's pulling away. I'll show you that coming up in a moment. But let's put the radar into motion to show you what you can expect over the next few hours and the next few days. This is the dry line right at the back edge of the cold front, sliding off to Dallas. If you're headed to Dallas, even then, if you leave the next couple hours, you'll be fine. You won't even encounter the storms because they're moving at about 30 miles an hour, and they're gone. Those flood watches are still in play, where we saw places like Ballinger had almost 8 inches of rainfall in less than a day. That's more rain than they generally get in a couple of months. Temps this evening still somewhat kind of capped in there, right in the upper 50s to low 60s. So not bad, but not great. They're going to fall about 20 degrees over the next couple of hours and get about 10 degrees above freezing. We'll get to that in a minute. You compare it just 24 hours ago, 10 to 15 degrees cooler. So you know that a cold front has definitely pushed through. We take a look at the relative humidities. Look at it right at that Comanche, 100% from the showers falling, but on the dry side, hence the dry line, they're already falling quickly, about 35 to 45%. So what's going on with winds? 5 to 10, gusts up to 15. We had gusts of 30 this morning off those thunderstorms. They finally start to push away past places like San Angelo and up in Abilene. Those are gone now. So we could see gusts of 5 to 10. Let's take a wider look and show you what's going on and what has caused all this severe weather. Massive upper level disturbance. Look at the southeast side of Denver. That's not just cloud. That is a massive snowstorm that is occurring there. They're going to get a significant amount of snow in Denver tonight from the core wrapping around itself. And then eventually all this energy is going to eject off to the east out towards St. Louis, Chicago, and then up eastern seaboard. We have already passed that cold front, and that core is now lifting to the northeast, meaning we are out of our danger zones and trying to slide back there, but it isn't going to happen. The computer's projecting it to continue pushing east and no longer a threat. Out into the Gulf, something else to talk about. This one, Raphael. It's a category 2, but it's never going to get near us. It's basically stalled in the rotation of the Earth. It's going to go back down to the southern side of Mexico. Not a threat to the U.S. mainland at all. So we bring it back to our computer model run. We take a look at high-level clouds, some patchy fog off and on, but no major issues, no severe weather at this time. It looks to be in forecast for at least another 5 to 7 days. Tonight, you're looking at about 46, mostly clear. Patchy fog will be in play off and on across the region. Now, one spot I am concerned about, again, Ballinger had so much rain that some of the dam started to break there. That's one of those spots where you could get some really dense fog in the morning. It'll take a couple hours to clear off. And how do you get fog? Well, it's when the temp and the dew point match. When those two numbers are the same, that's how you get that fog moment. Tomorrow, perfect weather. In fact, San Angelo's looking at 72, mostly sunny. Make plans now. Go out, enjoy it. It's your reward for dealing with all the severe weather. We're going to have an almost perfect weekend out there. It doesn't get much better than that. 72 to 78 degrees, stretching across the board to a couple of upper 60s in the north. Really, you couldn't really put a better forecast together for this. Let's take a look at the next 7 days for you. For Abilene, you're looking at about 70. We got 46 tonight. We're going to get back into the low 80s as we approach Tuesday. Then another cold front, but this one looks to pass dry across the region. For San Angelo, you're looking at 72, then the 79 on Sunday. Both days, great. We go to the low 80s for early next week. Cooler air does surge in on Thursday for you guys, but that will pass dry as well. So no major issues at this point, Bert. We're looking at a stable weekend. We're getting rewarded for having to deal with all that flooding and severe weather. Either way, I'm making my plans now. Hopefully you are too. Guys?
Thank you, Chris. Still to come here at 9. Are you looking for a significant other? Then the best place to look might be the grocery store. We'll explain when we come back. Welcome back, West Texas. A new study shows that the best chance for singles to find a significant other happens while food shopping. Fox's Jessica Formoso reports.
Gen Zers are a little tired of swiping left or right. Dating apps are just not cutting it for them anymore. They want something more organic, and by organic, I mean the produce aisle at the supermarket. What are your thoughts of looking for love in a supermarket?
It's possible.
Would you do it? Would you go grocery shopping and then, kind of see if you can find a nice girl in there?
I wouldn't, but there's people that flirt in there all the time.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
You're already going in for milk and eggs, so how about picking up a girlfriend? Come on, helping a young lady reach for that, cereal box?
Nah, more of an in and out, 10 item type of guy when I come to supermarkets. I don't know if I'm really doing a little mingling during those 10 items, all right?
It may not be his scene, but a new study from vodka company Smirnoff and YouGov found that nearly half of Gen Z singles want to meet their soulmate while food shopping.
Supermarket makes sense.
I'm totally single.
Totally single. And you going into the supermarket right now?
Yeah, you never know.
Singles in their 20s want to go back to the good old-fashioned ways, says Lori Zaslow, co-founder of Project Soulmate.
They're getting sick of the swiping and the carpal tunnel and no one looking like their pictures and everyone being edited.
My friends and I have we have strong feelings about the apps, so we haven't been on them. And it's kind of more of just like meeting people out in general.
Zaslow says the reason they are craving face-to-face romantic encounters, it's because they never had it.
They were born with a phone or an iPad. I mean, my kid's already 20, so it's like they used to play games. They were literally have never been able to meet people in reality.
So why the supermarket? Well, she says, just think about it. It's an easy way to approach someone.
When you're in the market, it's like you're going for one thing and you're getting another thing, and that's probably exactly how love is. Like you think you want the apples, but you really want the oranges. Like you never really know what you want.
If you see more young people out at the market, now you know why. In East Islip, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
Some food for thought. After the break, some final thoughts. We'll be back. Welcome back, West Texas. Before we go tonight, we want to remind you that the Week 11 edition of Fox Football Live is just a couple of minutes away, and we have a sneak peek at some of the games the Fox West Texas crew is covering tonight. Damian Bartonek was out at our game of the week, the Wall Hawks, hosting the Stanton Buffaloes. We'll also bring you the highlights of the Roscoe Miles contest, as well as the Cristobal Cougars looking to defend their home field against the Ozona Lions. The highlights of those games and more coming up shortly. That'll do it for us here at 9. From all of us here at Fox West Texas, I'm Bert St. Pierre. Thanks for making us a part of your Friday. Enjoy the rest of your night and stay tuned for Fox Football Live.
I'm Carly Ramos at Jack Party Memorial Stadium, and you're watching Fox Football Live.
I'm Ethan Purcell here in Paint Rock, Texas, and this is Fox Football Live.
I'm Sean Humphrey at San Angelo Stadium, and you're watching Fox Football Live. West Texas, it's the regular season finale of Fox Football Live. I'm here in Wall, USA. You got the Hawks and Stanton getting ready for battle. Hey, a lot going on, baby. Let's get right into it. Welcome everyone to the Week 11 edition of Fox Football Live. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Damian Bartonic. We have a fantastic slate for you all to enjoy. So grab yourself an ice cold Dr. Pepper as we start with our game of the week. And I'm gonna tell you like this, man. In the prompter, I have something nice and neat that I wrote, to really introduce this game. But guess what? This was a beating. It was a blowout, and it was really, really bad for one team. This was for the district crown. And hey, let me just tell you like this, man. The team you expected to win won this game. Desmond, go ahead. Let's get into it. First handoff for my boy Briggs Jones right here. My boy B. Jones. Nice little trickery there in the backfield. And number 8, man, he is going all the way for a first down and then some. Now, keep his name in mind. This is not the last you'll hear from him. As a matter of fact, you're going to hear from him right here. Look at this. This is 3rd and 23. He turns that corner, tells these little bros, get off me, man. These little buffs, get off me. As he goes into the end zone, Wall goes up 7-0. Now, a couple of possessions later for Wall, Landon York's going to find his man, Agent Zero, and he will truck his way for a first down. Then, my boy Thomas Lianos, one of the hardest runners in all of West Texas, he's going to barrel his way for a first down and then some. And this next one, man, different meal, different recipe, but hey, it was delicious nonetheless. Landon York, you're going to see him slice the second level of the defense with ease. Beautiful catch him with the hands, and that's a first down. And finally, the payoff comes. Jailbreak screen. We've all run it in Madden before. Wideout comes free, and that's an easy house call. Look at the little Selly right here. Looks nice little chill Selly. Oh, I'm too cool for that, baby. You see him right there. But it wasn't just offense and defense that took care of business tonight. It was special teams, too. Remember my boy B. Jones. I already mentioned him twice. This is going to be the 3rd time, man. And look at this. Devin Hester would be proud. Hey, do your dance primetime. Do your thing, baby. All the way to the crib. And yeah, it was a Wall Hawk night. Back in the day, Triple H used to say, hey, it's a DX night. This was a Wall Hawk night. 57-0, and I forgot to update that it's actually a final of 57-7. Wall are your district champs. Oh my goodness, the Wall Hawks are crazy. Big time 3A game for the district crown, but that was one of the many games in West Texas with playoff implications on the line. Our next contest involved the Miles Bulldogs, and one of the best in the biz was out there to catch the action. That man was my offensive coordinator, Sean Humphrey. He was out there at San Angelo Stadium covering them Bulldogs. Sean, Miles has been rolling ever since they got a couple players back. They've been kind of finding their groove, and it seemed like tonight that kind of kept going.
Yeah, they had me out there freezing, at least by my standards. How about those Wall Hawks, by the way? Yeah. What a performance by them.
It's nothing that we don't expect. Coach Slaughter runs a program that definitely works their tails off in practice, never loses focus. He doesn't even let those boys practice with their little jerseys rolled up. He don't allow none of that, man. It's all football all the time. And over there, Coach Wilhelm and Miles does the same thing.
Yeah, and a lot of chefs out there, And Miles, a lot of people made the trip to San Angelo Stadium. This game was moved due to weather. The Roscoe Plowboys visiting the Miles Bulldogs at San Angelo Stadium. Roscoe is 4-4. The early drive for the Miles Bulldogs, this will be a dump off to Jalen Torres, and he's going to scamper his way for the first down there. They'll finally catch him and knock him down just before he runs out of bounds. And it's Tevin Mead. He's been a problem all year, even though he missed a few games with the chunk play here before they bring him down to the turf. And it's Liam Yancey, the sophomore quarterback, here on the next play, looking to his right, to his left, and firing a pass out over the middle to Keegan Walls for the Miles touchdown. They'll strike first blood. First score of the game goes to the Bulldogs. Strike up the band. That little shake you saw on the camera, they have a train horn. I forgot about it, and I wasn't ready for it. Ivan McCann, the big man, on 4th down, he gets stopped, and the Miles Bulldogs are woofing up the crowd. They're super excited about it. But they'd be less excited after this next play. Yancey dropping back again, firing the pass down the field. And it's almost caught by Cooper Ellison, who's been a superstar this year. And to make matters worse, it was a 15-yard penalty on the chop block. And on the ensuing drive, after they had to punt on 4th and 20, Roscoe gets their first score of the game. Carter Gleaton was off to the races there. As I was leaving, I don't appreciate that much. As I was leaving, you decided to find your way into the end zone. Score was 21-7 in the fourth quarter in favor of Miles. Actually 29-7. I forgot to update that as well.
Hey, there's so much is going on here, but hey, a lot of these teams are getting down to business. Miles did the same thing. Cooper Ellison, though, if you're seeing this, you owe me 10 push-ups for that drop, man. You're too good of a player to be doing that. My boy Coop, you know this, Sean.
Yeah,
he's too good. But hey, that Tevin Mead, he changes everything from Miles. He's one special player.
Yeah, both of those guys are superstars, along with the quarterback Liam Yancey. You see Cooper Ellison's had some games where he's cut, like 3, 4, 5, 6 touchdowns.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this, Sean, before I let you go. That Liam Yancey, he wears number 5. He told me Jaden Daniels wears his number, not the other way around.
Wow.
So keep that in mind. That kid is confident, all right? Now, with that said, Sean, I'll see you in a minute, all right? Now, let's keep it at the 2A level and talk about the roaring Ozona Lions, who faced off with a team in Cristobal that with a win, they would be in the playoffs, duking it out with other teams in the state. Let's go ahead and get into it right here. Manuel Riojas, man, he's one of the most special players, one of the most special running backs we have in our region. And this was his game tonight, man, running over Lions left and right, just absolutely slicing their defense up. Later in the drive, you're going to see, same man, this dude does it. Hey, well, it's not the too crazy. It's just on this basic single back, and he's gone, man. He's always just tearing defenses up. They would later score in this drive, and the Cougars would also lay these dudes out along the boundary. You're going to see, look at this big-time hit. Look at that, boom, right along the boundary. My coaches in high school would be so proud. Now, this next play right here, along the goal line, you're going to see another one. The Cougars just made plays tonight. Big-time smack. That is a fumble out of bounds. Big-time play right there, actually through the end zone. Big-time stuff there. And the Lions, though, they would roar back. Look at this. Hudson Fowler, moment of silence, deep ball, easy money, touchdown. Ozona to cut the Cougars lead down. But hey, the Ozona tries to stop the Cougars on the next possession, but like you see here, man, it was too easy. A nice little hit right here at the end of the play, but it was just too easy for Cristobal all night long. The score right here is 17-6, but Fowler tapped into his inner Jaden Daniels, and oh my goodness, on his head, baby, the Lions score on this Hail Mary at the end of the half, but that was not enough. The Cougars win this one 25-12, and they will find themselves in the playoffs after defeating Ozona. Big time stuff there. Shout out to them Cristobal Cougars, man. They are special. Now, we are 3 games into Week 11's edition of Fox Football Live, but there are plenty of other teams in action tonight. Let's go ahead and check in on some scores from around our region. This one, Ballinger, Heiko, 20-6 in the third quarter. Ballinger still fighting for a playoff spot there. Next one, Reagan County, Forsan. This is also 20-6 at half. Next slide right here, Sonora, Colorado City. Sonora dominating 36-22. They needed that to close out the season strong. This next one, El Dorado came to play 66-6 against McCamey. And then this next one right here, Eden and Menard. This is a big time rivalry. Menard, if they pull this one off, their first district crown since 2017. And this one, Coleman, right there. Hey, saying what's up to the playoffs. 18-0 over Bangs. If they win, they are in. Now, we are 1 block down here on Fox Football Live, but don't worry, there's still plenty of action to come. Stick with us for more right after the break. Welcome back, West Texas. We still got 3 games to show you tonight and plenty more updates. We finished the last block talking some 2A football. Let's move down to class real quick and talk some 6-man football. Hey, it's nothing like it. This one, though, is a big rivalry game. Menard taking on Eden for the district title. Joining me now to talk more about it is my guy, Sean Humphrey. Sean, Menard is an area we don't really hear a lot about, but this season, hey, regardless of whether they've flown under the radar or not, they've been white hot, and they look to keep that up against a very good Eden Bulldogs team.
Yeah, those Yellow Jackets have been stinging teams. I love that region of not just Texas, but the country, the edge of the hill country there, and these boys have been handling business.
Hey, I want to see if they handled some business tonight. We got to get to this game, man. Let's go.
If they handled business. This first play for Eden is a quick dump off, and Menard is going to get to him really quickly, wrapping up the running back there. Ooh, just off the edge of the M there. That's a little tough. That's why I didn't play football growing up, even though it's a 6-man game here. Rolling right as the quarterback, and he's going to throw it downfield. Is caught by his receiver, and another wrap up by those Yellow Jackets, a swarm of them, some would say. And this one is going to sail on the quarterback here. A little bit of tough luck there, and it went from bad to worse for Eden. It was a tough game for the Eden Bulldogs. It's not the Bulldogs, is it, Damian?
No, it is. No,
it is the Bulldogs. There's a lot of Bulldog teams in West Texas, but Menard was the team with teeth that was biting in this one. Eden back to midfield on that botched snap, and it's Menard striking back fast. Hey, man. Well, it took them a while there, but they were offside, and Menard's going to move up a little bit, 5 yards. And this quick pitch, he was off to the races. Even though the Kentucky Derby is all the way in May, black jerseys in the end zone for the 6-man game. And this one, like I said, bad to worse, 34-12 Menard in the fourth quarter, 34-18 rather in the fourth quarter. And it looks like Menard finishing up district champions for the first time in a hot minute.
Yeah, 2017, and they were excited, man. This is a big game, big rivalry game, and Sean, they definitely took care of some business. Hey, ain't the last I'm going to see from you, trust me. We'll see you later on in the broadcast, but you know I always appreciate it, brother. Now, the Yellow Jackets are state champ hopefuls, but they aren't the only ones that are aspiring to complete that task. The Junction Eagles are 8-1 this season, have overcome so many obstacles this year, but have fought throughout it all. Let's check in on their game at Sabinal. First Junction possession you're going to see right here, my man. He's going to roll out to the right. Quarterback is going and go ahead and toss this joke, a little speed option all the way, bounces on the outside for a huge game and a first down and then some. This next play right here, ball snapped, handed off for once again another big game. Beautiful cut right there by the running back, and my man is almost gone, almost touches pay dirt right there. He is right there on the goal line. Ball snapped on this next play. Quarterback keeps it, runs to his right near the goal line. He can sniff it. He's right there. And on this next play, finally, the Rock has come back. No, they actually scored a touchdown right here. Finally, Junction goes up. Now next, Sabinal ball down 21-0. You're going to see here on this next play after we go through the touchdown yet again. Sabinal football, and they're trying to get something, man. They're going to try to get something working. They're down big. They're playing a tough team in Junction, but flat out, it just ain't working, man. Looking like Marshawn Lattimore, and this is an interception by Junction. This is what they did all night long. My man returns it for a healthy game. They're near the first down marker, and that's what we saw today. Junction did their thing, and they won their district for the first time since 2003. That is insane. I was 5 years old the last time they did that. Now, with the finale of the 2024 regular season here, I want to show you all some of the best sounds from the games, practices, pep rallies, and more from this season.
Question. What's the coolest thing you have to say?
Man. Wait, are you actually recording it?
Yeah.
Score prediction. 17-10 Lakeview.
Score prediction?
Yeah.
We up by 100.
Here we go. Good shape. Get out, right there. Good. And drive on it, good. Same thing, a little different call, just like special playing down.
If we've got, when the Z's hip sink and that corner's out of there, ball's out, if the corner jumps it, throw a flat corner to Bryce. Thank you. Okay, all right, get a break, Darby.
Let's go! Rolling. Good, it's my end on that side.
He had to use it.
If you're not in, line line out back there in a straight line. You got me? Yes, sir. Day, lock in. Let's go to work.
Yeah! Hey, family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family!
There you go. Get on me. Oh, get on me.
Look, Rob, I got you on camera all slow. Here we go, next group.
Bro, they have it in slow-mo. What do you mean?
Here we go.
Cap.
Thank you. My brother don't lie.
No.
Sorry.
Y'all need to football?
Oh, I'm just gonna get a walk.
Go.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Smile for the cameras.
Hey, man, you saw I can still get busy out there, man. A quick second, y'all see me now. Plenty of football to come, West Texas. Don't you worry. We've got more highlights as well as our Band of the Week and a lot more. All of it coming up right after the break. Let's go ahead and conclude our highlights with some six-man football. We got to. The Water Valley Wildcats are back playing six-man ball and have made a home already, sitting at 7-2 and first place in their district. They travel to Paint Rock and will try to dominate the Indians en route to a district crown. Let's go ahead and get to this game right here. Water Valley is going to be on offense. You're going to see right here my man on the pitch going through, navigating through these blockers. He's going to walk his tail into the end zone. Touchdown for Water Valley. That would put them up 14-0. This next play, Water Valley, yet again, hey, if you can't tell, it was a Water Valley game. This one was actually for a long gain, though. Big time stuff there right along the goal line. You're gonna see here, very next play, my man on the little handoff right there, looking like a fullback, getting through all the blockers, all that good stuff. That's gonna be another touchdown. That would put them up 20-0. Paint Rock offense once again, or actually, Paint Rock offense once again. Look at this tackle. That was like a spine buster like Batista or something like that. That was crazy. Water Valley offense, medium gain, all the way gone. Touchdown once again for the Wildcats. That put them up 28-0. Paint Rock on offense, they're trying to get something going. They're trying all that they can. The pass right here, that's a sin right there. You cannot throw across your body. And this one is nearly going to be a pick six. Big time tackle. Once again, Paint Rock, though, they're going to get this ball. They're going to fling at my man with the hoodie looking different. And that's going to go for a touchdown. Water Valley wins their district 36-0 is what that put them up at. 38-0 to be exact. And man, Water Valley went on to win this one big, 62-6. Oh my goodness. Now, let's get to the band of the week. Look, this is the last week of the regular season, and you know what? I'm feeling generous, I'm feeling nice, and you know what? It's not just because I'm just feeling that way. The bands here in our area have definitely proven that they all deserve this. Every band in West Texas is the band of the week. So let's look at some of the best work from the schools in our area. Now, before we go to break, let's go ahead and tap in with some other schools in our area. Like I said, man, lots of big games tonight. It's a big time of year. Let's go ahead and see some of these scores. Jim Ned, Sweetwater. This one is a big one, and Jim Ned looking like they're going to squeak this one out. 38-28. This was a nail biter, as close as it can get before the fourth quarter. Next, Clyde, Comanche. Clyde 42-8 over Comanche. That one is a little bit of a shocker. Next one, San Angelo Central and Friendship 28-15 at half. I know San Angelo Central's looking to close this year out on a high note, but they're going to have to get through a tough team there. San Angelo Lakeview and Andrews. Hey, Andrews is putting belt to butt on that one. That one's pretty bad. 58-7. This next one, Big Spring, Pecos. That's a close one in the fourth quarter, 21-20, only a 1-point game. And oh, my favorite one, the battle of the unbeatens, 20-6. Stanford beating undefeated Holly. Both undefeated teams are duking it out. Man, that's some good football over there. Now, all right, y'all, as we start to put a bow on this week, we're going to go ahead and kind of look back, reflect a little bit, talk a little bit about a little bit more about these games. Hey, y'all know where to be. Keep it here. What's up, West Texas? We started to kind of put a bow on this week. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about some of the action we saw tonight, Sean. I mean, for me, Wallhawks just continue their dominance. They really stuck out to me. They're a team that I'm just so impressed every time I go see those boys play. But you want to know what? The Cristobal Cougars showed us a lot tonight. Can you talk a little bit about just how big of a win that is, especially for a program? Look, they didn't have the best year. They're going to finish 4-6 on the season, but when it came down to it in district play when it matters most, hey, they came out on top. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Well, I guess you got to make a chance to have a chance, and there's a lot of talented players in this area. Manuel Riojas is certainly one of them. We saw what he's capable of doing in that game, and it paid off for Cristobal. The Cougars got it done.
Yeah, well, not only did they just get it done, they won, but they were in control of that game. And Ozona's a very, very good team. Another quick one, Water Valley, this is their return to six-man football. Hey, we saw what happened. They dominated. They're going to finish 8-2 on the season. When we talk about confidence, when we talk about just overall, they weren't a winning team in 2A football, but in six-man, they're among the elite. Confidence-wise, how do you think they're feeling?
They've got to be feeling great. I mean, it feels good to win, especially on a Friday going into the weekend. You got the full work week, all the school, the assignments, and then